Okay, well, welcome everyone. We should just get started here. Different screens going, so if my eyes dart around, apologies. But thanks for joining. Today we're going to talk about QuickAds, a product by ShopToIt to help small businesses easily run their own Google Ads campaigns, whether it's a search campaign or a display campaign, without the need of a consultant or even a dedicated resource. My name is Scott Sanderson. I'm the founder of ShopToIt, and we're excited to show you this product. So first of all, we have been working with agencies for about 5 years now with a marketplace called Vendasta. So basically, when a small business needs help getting traffic and new customers, and they have a consulting group like a digital marketing agency, they would typically use our tool to create, run, and manage and report on those campaigns on their behalf, because running ads can be very complicated, which we'll talk about in a second. So let's just talk about small business. Small business has a lot of problems, issues, complications to them. They struggle with financing, staffing, retention, and training. Inflation, now, of course, tariffs. But the number one issue for small businesses is often how to attract and retain new customers. And that's exactly what the ShopToIt platform does, because Google Ads is where you can stand out. Basically, in today's world, you need to be where people are making decisions. And let's face it, they're making decisions online. And in that online ecosystem, the consumer behavior is radically changed. Google delivers almost 9 billion searches per day, and over half of them are on mobile devices. And it is a noun, but now it's also a verb. I'll just Google it. Google this, Google that. So it's important for businesses to be there. But if you're not on the first page of a Google search result, then you're basically invisible. So what's on the first page? Well, in search engines, you have paid ads on the top. You have local ads in the Maps pack. You have map listings, which comes out of your Google business profile, and you have organic listings. And that's the free traffic that Google sometimes delivers. And you can often get into that free listing by enhanced SEO strategies. We'll talk a little bit about that in a second. But basically, there's two things you need to be aware of in the customer journey. First of all, a customer, in order to search, has to be aware. Maybe they have a new product, maybe it's an event. There is no awareness, meaning there is no search. But once you do have awareness, then search is the zero moment of truth, basically the last thing they do before they buy. So this is a great way to get your business, your product, your service, your offering in front of an engaged buyer who has intention. So how can you get on page one? Well, search engine optimization is one way, and there's 3 parts to that. There's on page, which is content creation, blog posts, making sure your website is technically built properly and managed schemas and whatnot. Then there's off page, and that's typically what they call backlinking. But the other way to get on the first page is by running a small Google Ads campaign. Oftentimes in many categories, search engine optimization is just too competitive. If you're a pizza place in a local community, you're dealing with these massive companies that you're competing with for those organic or free results. It's just very hard, if not impossible, to get in there in many cases. But with a Google Ads campaign, you can get on the first page in every case. You don't have to spend an awful lot of money. For example, $100 a month in a Google Ads search ads campaign would put you on page one of a search result over 30,000 times. And that's about 0.3 of a cent per impression. So getting onto the first page is easy to do for any small business, provided that they're running an effective Google Ads campaign. And they're live right away. They don't take a long time like SEO. So it's under 5 days. There's no waiting and hoping for it to work. So Google Ads are shown to engaged consumers in a targeted area while they're actively searching for the specific product or service you provide. It's free branding and awareness. You don't pay unless they click on the ad and go to your website or your landing page. And then Maps, there's over 200 million monthly users that are using Google Maps as a search engine. When they're looking for something local, they go to a search engine. And you can also extend your advertising campaign to reach your target area in Maps. As you can see on the left, they run ads in Maps, and you can put your business there and get great traffic in a local targeted area. So ShopToIt QuickAds. Basically, there's 2 types of ads. There's the search ads, and then there's Google display ads. And we're going to go through them briefly and show you just what they can do and how to do them. ShopToIt is a software platform that automates the entire process of running an ads campaign. It's truly amazing with AI and what you can accomplish in terms of replacing expensive consultants, having software make decisions and run campaigns on your behalf. So it saves a huge amount of time. It handles all aspects of the setup, the monitoring, the reporting, and the adjusting of campaigns at scale. So the trick with a smaller budget is making sure you don't overpay for any clicks because it can destroy a budget very quickly. And AI manages that by doing automated bidding on your behalf. So it never overpays for clicks and it maximizes the return on investment, even on smaller budgets. So you can reach the right people at the right place at the right time, all the time. Now, how it works is you simply tell the application the destination URL, meaning where do you want the traffic to go, the target area, and the monthly budget. And then the tool creates and publishes Google search ads tailored to your business. They create the keywords, they create the negatives, and they ask you to approve them, and then they go live. And then the AI will optimize your ads to fit your budget and your target audience. And it continually monitors and improves your campaign over time. So literally filling in 5 questions and you can get started with a Google Ads campaign. It will create the ad copy and the keywords. It will create a long list of what we call long tail keywords so that you can get clicks at a very affordable price. And then it reports on it. So you're live and you can see what's happening at any point in time with an easy to log into dashboard. It will show you what your impression share is. It will show you what you're getting in terms of clicks. It will show you some more deep information like the devices, the gender, the age range of the new customers that are coming to your audience. And when you do it like this, so the average cost per click in a Google Ads search campaign in 2024 was $4.66. But when you use our tool, our average cost per click was $1.80. So 60% lower, which of course extends that budget and makes your ROI much higher. And that's just automation with eyeballs on your ad campaign and adjustments all the time versus a person. So that's search in a nutshell. If you have any questions, by all means, put them in the chat and we'll get to them. What is display advertising? Well, display advertising is a type of online advertising that involves running visual ads that appear on websites, apps, and they include calls to action to drive new business. Display ads can appear on any type of site that a consumer visits. So the Google Display Network includes over 35 million web properties, and it reaches 90% of every internet user out there. These are ads that are on articles, videos, emails, blog posts, news feeds, mobile apps, and games. And again, you target it so that nearby consumers, while they're browsing, can become aware of something. They show on YouTube, they show on all the Google sites, like the blog sites, Gmail sites, but they also show on, like I mentioned, a host of 35 million other web properties out there. So your ad can show up on the CNN website or the Weather Network website or any of those types of websites so you can reach a tight audience. Now you can target with display ads. You can target based on demographic profiles. You can target geographically. I only want this to show 5 miles from my business. Maybe I'm a small restaurant. I have a lunch special. I want to turn that campaign on, but I only want to target people 5 miles from my business or maybe even 1 mile because they're going to walk down and buy a sandwich from me today. You can target audiences and times. So that lunch special, as an example, you could turn on at 11 o'clock in the morning and turn off at 1 o'clock, 1:30 in the afternoon. The ads only show, you're only charged for ads during that time period because it's a lunch special. So it's very easy to do. So you can target the right people. There's also audience targeting, people that are actively in market. Google knows an awful lot about you on the internet and your behavior. So you can target for automotive. You can target people that are looking actively for digital marketing consultants or jobs or financial services. So there's some deeper targeting you can do in terms of where they are in their buying cycle. Again, add the monthly budget, add the target area, and then the application divides the budget out evenly over the month so that the allocation happens on a daily basis. And voila, you have created awareness. You're reaching thousands of potential buyers, and you're only paying if they click through on your ad because of interest and come to your website, or perhaps it's a click to a phone call and they give you a call directly. So it's easy to create these. Literally click on the big green button, create a new display campaign. You select the target areas that you'd like. It can be based on a radius or a city or county or zip codes. Then you can specifically target certain audiences from an age, gender, or household income, parental status perspective. And of course, you could control the ad schedule, when you want it to run, what days, what times. And then Google goes out to that website and starts to create what's called a responsive ad for your business. You can upload your own ads if you have your own creatives done, or there's something specific that you want to run. And basically it just goes live and starts to monitor. course, it will show you an approval process to say, yeah, we've created on your behalf, and they go live. Now, many small businesses are advertising on Facebook because of the simplicity. Boost this post, spend $100. But when you go onto the Google network, you're literally cutting your addressable market in half. Facebook is used by 51% of the addressable audience, where Google is over 90% of the addressable audience. So if you're trying to reach a tight audience at a specific time, you're going to need that reach to help make sure you get to the right amount of people and are able to effectively use that budget. So Google display ads are less expensive than Facebook and all the other options. They reach the largest audience outside of search ads, and they're very effective at driving traffic. On average, it's about $1.59 for a click-through on a Google display ad campaign. Again, you only pay for display ads based on clicks. And so even small budgets can go a very long way. Different categories, of course, have different cost per clicks. Typically, legal services, you can see, is a little bit more expensive. Some in the health and medical is a little bit more expensive, but it's an auction. So we don't really know exactly what your campaign will cost per click until we're inside of it and actually monitoring it and managing it on your behalf. Just a quick case study. Restaurant use case is really good. Restaurants have been hit pretty hard lately, and they're trying to get patrons into their restaurants. And they do this by what we would call events, and they don't really have a way to market their events other than those table talkers that we see all the time, or maybe in social media. But again, you're reaching half the audience. This is a particular restaurant in a holiday type like town. It's more of a tourist type of place. And they ran a specific event. The event was called Taco Tuesdays. We've all seen these. They literally spent they turned this campaign on at 4 o'clock on a Tuesday, turned it off at 7 o'clock on a Tuesday. Happens to be a Canadian business. Their target area was 20 kilometers from their business location. And they reached 5,000 people in the target area with an average cost per 1,000 impressions being around $1. So on $1, you can reach 1,000 people. And they increased their sales by $1,300. And how we calculated that is we asked them to have a run rate of what their Taco Tuesdays have been doing for the 4 weeks prior to the one time we ran this campaign. And according to the owner of the business, they increased their sales on that one day by $1,300. Well, that's impactful. They spent $1 and they got $260 in return on ad spend. And that's a massive return that we see all the time when you're doing event-based marketing and you have to create awareness to your event. So it's all about getting bums and chairs for a restaurant, but think of all of the other cases. You have an open house, you have a new listing. If you're in real estate, you have a promotion that you have going on. You launched a new product. These are all things that don't get searched for, but you can create awareness and get clicks and new customers easily by running targeted, effective, impactful Google Ads campaigns. And now you can do it for multiple things. So when you have a QuickAds account, you can run search and display campaigns. You can run different campaigns. You can do different promotions and things. Like in this case, they were running a lunch special. They were spending $10 a day. They were running a half price wine, only on Tuesdays. They spent $15. And, they're doing it at a monthly budget of $3,000. And their expectation is that they will be able to reach in the neighborhood of 35 to 1,000 engaged nearby potential customers for their, this was restaurant. Very simple and easy to do. So that sort of sums up what we do with respect to search. It's very easy. AI has changed the game. Anyone can do it. You don't need a consultant to help you any longer. You can just get started. There's no commitments. ShopToIt QuickAds is $69 a month. Again, you can run display or search campaigns, and you can run as many campaigns as you want for your business. We've recently launched a new product, which is called QuickBot. And what QuickBot is taking AI and turning it into a conversational chatbot that you can install on your website or you can use for staff. So it's a really, really interesting part of the world. They're getting used for external use like customer service and sales conversion. They speak 40 languages out of the box. You just feed it data, upload a PDF or crawl your website or any of that kind of thing. It's all very simple to use. So you can do it for internal use like training or HR admin, company policies, user manuals, really anything. So if you have a chance, I would encourage you to check out the QuickBot product because it's very, very easy. We'll be doing a webinar on it in the near term. So pay attention to email if you're interested in learning more about it. But that basically gets us to the end. So you made it through me being the person blathering on And let's see if we've got any questions. Coupon for 600 Google Ads credit. Can I use this? Yeah, the Google Ads credit, you have to do it through your own account. So with this product, you're actually using our account called a MCC account, and Google won't accept the $600 credit that way. But you can get started with us, and you can run multiple campaigns at a time. The problem with Google and running them in there, unless you're prepared to go in and do all of the work, Google will spend your money extremely fast. So Google, it's an auction, you start off in the morning and it's $1.50 a click. By the end of the day, it's $5 a click. And if you're a small budget person, that $600 goes by pretty fast. So it's been an ineffective approach for them, but it does not work with this, unfortunately. But it never expires, never goes away. One of the other questions we had is, how hard is it to actually set up and monitor, and can you adjust on a stream? So it's really, in both cases, it's like 5 or 6 questions to actually activate and run a Google Ads campaign that's highly impactful. And the return on ad spends are high. The reason Google dominates, certainly search dominates the overall digital marketing landscape, is because there's very few places where you can reach an in-market buyer. And with Google search, you can. So literally, it's $69 a month. We don't charge any management fees. We have full support. You can get on with a rep, or you can attend many of the onboarding and learning webinars and trainings that we run on a weekly basis. We, of course, monitor campaigns manually as well, just if there's anything going off the rails, which we don't have very often, but if something's not working probably or hasn't been approved by Google in certain categories, there are some things to avoid with Google, like firearms, gambling, medicine is sometimes tricky, but it's all possible. Of course, cannabis, we all know, and liquor are a little bit tricky. And we're there to help and to monitor and support along the way. It's $69 per month, billed monthly. You just set it up on your credit card, and while you're running your ads, it's just a $69 flat rate. So it's very, very cost effective, certainly relative to the alternatives, saving, hours and hours of time, and making it so that you don't really need somebody dedicated to this project. You don't need a dedicated resource like a digital consultant or an ads consultant. Yes, it's all in US dollars, not Canadian dollars. It's all USD. So that's how Google works in terms of any tariffs. No tariffs with software. There isn't tariffs. Mind you, it's an ever-changing landscape, so who knows? But no, there are no tariff fees or anything on that. So it's just dollars per month US. Okay, well, if there aren't any more questions, we appreciate your time. Oh, there's a quick one. Contracts. No, it's monthly. All you do is agree to the terms of service. If you don't want the service any longer, you just shut it down. You can turn on and off campaigns. You can pause them. So there are certainly in some cases seasonal customers of ours where they really only they have a pop-up Halloween store and they really only want to run the campaign, a month up to Halloween. And so they just pause it, but they want all the data and all the work to be there for the next time they turn it on. So it just goes into remission and then it turns back on when they want it to turn back on next Halloween. So again, I appreciate your time. Thank you very much. We're here to help you. If you're ready to start driving some quality traffic and leads to your business, QuickAds is a great place to start. Very cost effective and very efficient. So have a great day, and thanks again. Take care.